You're listening to a Lost in the Groove segment.
Having good vibes with your bones and joints. Taking a trip into the groove. American groove into stoner world. Gonna play.
Well, we should try it.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, like, for God's sakes, you know how many phone calls we could have recorded if we had this bit of technology? Like, we could have made a series of, like, literal shit. Like, absolute.
Like actual
Yeah,
recorded phone
actual,
calls.
right? Yeah, girl. Like, hardcore. Like, Diddy beware. Because here we come.
Well, I had like a student come up to me the other day and they were like, I've never even heard of Diddy before. Like, they were like, was I supposed to know who he was like before? And I was like, no, nobody's heard of him in forever.
I mean, it's kind of hilarious because you think about, like, most people know who Paris Hilton is, right? You know,
Yeah.
if somebody's like, "Oh, I've never heard of Paris Hilton before," really? Like, have you never seen a television before in your life?
Hmm.
Just
Yeah, I think most people have heard of Paris Hilton.
yeah,
But not everybody's seen The Simple Life, the TV show that she was in.
that is like already like getting into like intermediate level. You know, there are people that
Yeah,
like know
it's
people,
deep.
yeah, but then there'd be like people that just like know somebody by name or like by like a song or I don't know, like just a bit or something.
I saw like a video today, like a reel of Paris Hilton, and she was like, it was a long, long time ago when she was like much, much younger, and she had like bacon, like raw bacon from the grocery store and she was like in the kitchen and she had like two like irons like to iron your clothes with, and she was putting the piece of bacon and like ironing the piece of bacon, and she was like pressing the two irons together with like a piece of bacon in the middle.
Are you enjoying saying this while like explaining it to me? Because I feel like you're getting like a slight orgasm or an erection while we're talking about. I'm just saying.
No, I just like I I'm trying to explain it well enough that it's like anybody could understand like what it was on the video.
Uh,
Like it's just like, you know, I don't know what made her think that like you could iron a piece of bacon. Like I feel like it presses like steam. Like it's not just a hot plate. Like it does more. I don't know. I've never seen anybody use that for cooking.
I mean, I've seen people use weird ass shit to cook food, like particularly when you're in those hotel rooms that got no kitchen or dinette, and people like figure out creative ways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like people be using the iron and they use like the kettle to make coffee to like make stuff. Believe it or not, you can use some of that. I don't know how good the food is. Like, you know,
But if you need to eat,
yeah, and
yeah.
you don't got like the goddamn like fucking $28 to go to DoorDash and get like a Little Caesars. It's like $9.99. That's like literally right next door.
Breaking your bank because you went to Little Caesars. It's true. Like, I know that life. I have been eating good for about a year now, living at my parents' house. I can afford the food that I want and stuff, but like a couple years before, it was like extra sad.
Yeah,
I like couldn't even get a bagel from the Starbucks. Remember that?
yeah. I mean, I remember the days where like Aldi was my friend, and let me tell you, Aldi should
Mm.
never be your friend. Okay, that's the place where the whack a moles go. All right, like
I like it.
I like it too, but like there was a level
Is
where
that because I'm a whack-a-mole? I
yeah.
just feel like there's a couple different things there that are good. And then they had Squishmallows, and like that's where I can find the most affordable candy for my candy dish. Like they always have like cheap candy that I
It's
can put in
definitely
there.
been made by like a 5 and 9 year old in Cambodia, and then like shipped to like a dozen countries before it came here. But I totally get where you're coming from. Like those are the best. All right, it's like $3. It's like a big ass bag, and like it takes you like a month
Candy?
to finish.
I don't know. I got a bag of like tiny Snickers. I have a candy dish at work and like I put candy in there for
Of course
everybody.
you do.
I need to get more candy. My poor students have been like so patient about the candy.
Well, I'm happy they
Um
are. I mean, I'm trying to be patient with rolling this joint right now that's like fat and thick, like what I'm packing downstairs. But totally,
you had to throw that in there.
I have to throw it in there, honey. Like, yeah, come on. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like it's definitely an experience for sure, for sure. So, what is new with you? No,
New with me?
yeah, like I always like to put you in the spotlight, even though you don't want to. It's like that big push. It's like, go out there, do it, do it. Nyeh, nyeh. Yeah.
I bought like a for my eyebrows and it's supposed to make my eyebrows like grow back in and like grow in thicker.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Were you,
Okay, and then I've been under a lot of like shitty stress at my work because
uh,
they fired one of my friends. Well, they fired two of my friends, and then now they want to make me do all their work.
for the same
And I
amount of
have to
money?
like, yeah, for sure.
It's
And then
always
there's a
that
whole bunch of other
case.
things that I could say about that, but
It's like
I'm not
literally,
allowed
isn't
to.
that always the story, right? It's like, we're gonna give you more stuff to do. We're gonna give you a better position. Okay, but what about my pay? All right, you're gonna have like a premier parking space, but what about my pay? And guess what else? All right, you're gonna have a larger classroom. Yeah, but what about my pay? But also, okay, a done with the but also, what about my pay?
They
Right?
even like gave me a review
What?
and then told me that I don't qualify for a raise yet because I haven't worked there long enough.
Excuse me, girl.
But they were like, but if you had worked here long enough, like we would give you a raise.
Yeah,
And
my
like
ass.
this time next year we will give you a raise. I'm like, yeah, you guys are gonna fire me before then for no damn reason. And like I think okay, I find it irritating that they fired my friend, but like I find it I forgot what I was gonna say about like yes, I do find it irritating that they fired him, but like I find it even more irritating that I'm not allowed to talk about it. Like that is like I don't know, like I don't like this like they had like it's like yeah they got some type of like control over me and like I got it like I work for them like they deserve respect and I follow their rules and like
Right.
yeah that's all fair like I get it we all got to do what we got to do but like there seems to be kind of like a little overreach like on their side
A
like I'm
little.
like yeah it seems like it had a little over controlling like and I gotta go to like a little bit more effort to like please them than like what's normal. Like I'm like, this is getting a little weird. Like sometimes I feel like I'm like part of a cult or something, and it's like, what do I need to do to like stay in the cult or like,
Get out
you
of the
know,
cold.
yeah, I don't know. Like it just feels very like odd. I don't know. I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't be that way and that it would just be like okay, but it's been uncomfortable to say the least.
I can imagine it being uncomfortable. I mean, nobody wants to put themselves or be in that type of situation. I mean, obviously, it's not only stressful. It's unsettling. It doesn't give the feeling of come on in. Let me show you the ropes.
It just makes me want like the day to go by, like so that I can just like be free of like the anxiety of like making sure that I don't like screw up I don't know. I think they just like went a little heavy the
I think
past couple weeks.
they kind of always go a little heavy, don't they? I mean, it kind of feels like they kind of want to like stick it to the man, or like like show you who's in charge, and like almost a repercussion of that action in itself is where you make people miserable. It's like, I get it, you're trying to prove a point, but by you doing that, everybody fucking batshit crazy and don't want to be here. I, I, just
Yeah.
you know, it's
Well, I just, you know, and it's like I kind of get this like I wish that work wouldn't like I don't want work to like take up my time like outside of like the time that they pay me for.
right.
But it's like they make everything so like stressful that it's really hard for me not to like talk to the people in my life like about it. And then I feel like it's taken up like time outside of like what they're paying me for because like they stress me out so much that I have to like stress my family out about the weird shit. It's
We
just like bizarre.
we live in a very unnatural. We live in very unnatural environments. What I mean by that is,
We don't do anything together. We all leave and like go contribute to a billion different things and then we
right,
come back. It's
yeah, and
fucked up.
it's very unhuman. I mean, we were not designed to operate in this fashion. Like, I'm not trying to be one of those to be like, pick
It's
it and
depressing.
stop working, like, and do nothing. Exactly. What I'm
Well,
trying
you
to
can't. We already said you gotta play the game. There's no choice.
There's no choice. Like, your choice is when you dead. When you dead, you got all the choices you want. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, be extra fucking hungry if you don't play the game.
Shit. But you know what? Like, there are ways of being able to have it like work to your benefit, where it's kind of being able to gravitate towards what can give you that strength and ability. I think that also environment has a very strong effect on how your day-to-day operates. I think that the places and the people that we interact with has an effect on us, and maybe sometimes we don't want to see the full picture, but I think we kind of do know. We're like, I really shouldn't be here, but I'm still here because I have to be, or whatever the case may be. But like, you know, you know, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you just gotta play the game.
Story of my
I
life.
don't know. Well, I say that because there was I refused to play the game, and it didn't go
Refuse.
very well.
It never does. It
No,
never
if you've
does.
ever like, what did I say? Like the other day, I was at school, and you know, like I can't really like say a whole lot. That's one of the hard things about being a teacher is like everything that you say, you have to like.
It's all right. You'll spill your beans when we like get you drunk and shit or whatever.
No, I'm not allowed to like. There's all kinds of things I'm not allowed to say. You know, like it's just like we have to
See, this
like.
is what they do. They like make you sign a contract, right, in like blood, okay, and like you don't even
No,
know
you
that
just
it's
have to be
blood.
like uber appropriate. Like you can't like you're a teacher now, so you there's like a whole bunch of things you can't talk about. But like the one student was like she was like, "Oh, she was like I'm gonna kill myself." And I was like I didn't know what to say. Like I was like, cuz like I kind of felt the same. And I was like, "Well, you know, every time I haven't, it was a good thing."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they all laughed like so hard. And I was like, but like honestly, like that's the best piece of advice that I can give you guys with like all of the what's the word when they edit like all the rappers and stuff. Monetizing, is
Yeah,
that
monetization.
yeah, with all the monetization that's been put on my heart and soul and mouth and being. That's the advice that I'll give you that like every time I didn't kill myself, it was a good decision.
Yeah,
And they
you
just
know,
thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
you could also be the person that, like, yeah, I thought about it and I jumped the bridge, and they'd be like, "You standing here, motherfucker? What you talking about? What you talking about with us? You didn't jump, you chicken." No, but all seriousness, like, it's like it's a real thing. And I had like literally a classmate the other day. He's like, "Am I alone here?" But like, does any of you ever like think about suicide? And like all of them, like, yeah. And you're like, okay, like I'm not alone in this. And I'm like, you're not alone. Like,
No, with this, what is happening seems very unfair. But it also seems very unfair that dying seems better. Like, I'm like, at some point when I got older, I was like, hey, I was like, I'm mad at the world for making me think that I would be better off dead. Fuck you guys. Like, I was like, I don't know what's wrong with you, but I know it's not me. Like,
it's not
you know,
me.
it's not me, and I'm
It's
not gonna let like
you.
the world make me think that like I'm what's wrong and that I should be dead. What's wrong is the world. Like,
Oh,
I'm sorry, but like, if anybody needs that pep talk, and they just write that down word for word and say it back to yourself, because it's true.
I'm not trying to
Like, the
get
world is fucked.
I'm,
Like,
I'm
it's
not
not
trying
you.
I'm not trying to get political, which I generally do, but it's like one of those things like if somebody if somebody like that can get elected and have all those kind of folks like be running like the stuff, like sometimes you gotta say to yourself like, don't other people kind of feel the same way, where like the world is kind of crazy and they're kind of thinking the same way, being like, we should really do something about that. And I'm like, yeah, we've been talking about this
Well,
for years.
there
Hello.
isn't anything to do.
I mean, there is stuff to do. Like, is it gonna
Like
get
what?
done? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not here to predict. I'm here to listen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that there's anything to do. Like, because like I don't know. Like, I remember one time, because nobody ever wants to like really get into it. Like, you ever like, there's no one that you can really get into it with, like in the first place. Like, who the fuck are you gonna have this conversation with? Because it's fucking weird and morbid and strange. So first off, that's why this conversation doesn't happen, because it's just weird and strange. But like anybody that you can actually like get this far with, like you've got a cool relationship with, like this conversation with you, because it's like fucking strange and like we just have like a good understanding of each other. But like anybody else, like this is just like odd. And so like whenever somebody will just be like, let's have the revolution, like I'll be like, yeah, yeah. Do you like do you like running water?
I don't. I like dirty water.
Like in a real revolution, there's no running water. There's no internet. There's no cars. There's no TikTok. There's no nothing in
Nope.
the real revolution. I
Nope.
hope that Kling Klang understands that.
Mm-hmm. It's like it's coming to the realization like this, where everybody's against each other. The thing is, you got to be able to find like common grounds with people. I think you're never gonna run into somebody that you're gonna like everything about them. There's going to be things that you're not going to like about the person. The thing you got to focus on are the things that you like about the person and what makes you connect with that individual. Like the way relationships stick and the way the relationships last, the way that I'm being able to see it is not it's not about the fights, it's not about the arguments. It's not about the differences. It's about what connects you. Like why do you want to like have a relationship with this person? Like why do you want to spend time with this person? Like why do you want to do anything with this person? Like these are for me personally, like this is important for me, and not only like because I see the world for what it is, it's because like I realize how many people come and go, live and go, like snap, they're gone. Never heard from them ever again. Like 5 years go by, oh shit, I haven't never heard from this person.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of thing, like, it bothers me to think of, like, how people just, like, come and go and, like, their existence is, like, completed. And I don't know, it really bothers me, like, just to think about it at all. I don't know. Ever since I moved home, like, it bothers me even more. But I try not to think about it, you know?
Try not to think about what.
Dying.
Oh shit,
Like,
we're still talking about that. Oh fuck, I totally lost
well,
track.
no, I mean, just like thinking about like people coming and going, like, like their legacy that they leave, or like just like a completion of life. It, yeah.
So,
What is it? It's like, there's that song where he's like, you make some money, then you die.
what song is that?
It's just like some like 90s song, um, it was like a Coldplay song, I think. Or like yeah, the Coldplay song.
Coldplay. Okay,
Coldplay?
Coldplay.
Coldplay.
Hmm. I'm not gonna give out any names. I had several years ago. I had a Facebook account. I still do, and it's probably like one of the only like personal social media account. Like I don't really have that many personal social media accounts. So anyway, my relative found my Facebook page and sent it to my dad. Now, just for a little background, I come from a religious upbringing, and at the time I was not very religious. My dad finds out, he flips out, and like there was no reason why this family member like had to like to do this, right? Like there's no reason.
People just go out of their way to like get in your fucking business.
Exactly. And
I hate that.
I already like had a rocky relationship with my dad, and I still did until like he passed away. But what this family member did was not only like set me back, but like where I was at the time where with my dad, I reached that point again when he died. And that was like a 4 year gap. So like 4 years before he died was like when this happened. And it like I went back 4 years prior, and then I had to like I almost and like this person like literally set me back. So like the whole idea of like you literally lose somebody, right? You no longer have the person here anymore, and like I know you can't like live in the past or whatever, but you literally have somebody that like took your timeline and altered it for you without asking. Does that make sense? Am I like nuts over here? Because I kind of feel a little crazy.
No, you're good.
What do you have to
I
say to
feel
that?
like, well, I just wonder, like, if, like, it's morally correct for your, like, dad's, I don't even know if it's his friend, your dad's acquaintance to, like, do that. Like, and
It
what
was a
his
family
motive
member
was.
on my mom's side.
Still, I feel like it's just like he's doing it just to be like, haha, look at your son or something. Like he's not doing it like with a good heart, like at all.
Oh yeah, and it's like it's so unnecessary. Like the whole idea is we all have things that are going on, but it's like there's also like that level of like not interfering. There are times where you know how like people say like don't put these people together. Like you're just gonna get yourself in trouble, or don't work for your family. Like trust me, it's like not a good idea or whatever. There's like a lot of those like different things where there's a reason why people say those things. Like it's not just like oh, whatever. No, like there's a real reason.
I think everything can go wrong, but there are specific things that go wrong more than often.
But it depends on It depends on where you want to focus on. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like weaknesses is like kind of like a strange thought recently. Like, like what is it? Like today, the word weak was brought up a couple times, and I was like, how strange. Like, I'd never really thought about it before. Like, they did my performance review, and they were like asking me like what I think like my biggest weaknesses are. And then like one of the students, she was talking about like in interviews, they'll ask you like what's your biggest weakness, and then it was interesting. Like Brett sent me this thing, and it said like, like dating anyone, anything or anyone that's on this list is not for the weak. And then one of the funniest ones was like, it's not for the weak to like date anyone at your local bar.
Oh my god.
I was like, yeah, that's true, man. You don't want to date somebody from the local bar.
Not at all. But some of them's got the cheapest shit on the tap. Beer. I'm talking about beer.
I love beer. I get 5 days off work.
Well, you're off Thanksgiving, which is not tomorrow, the following day.
Mm-hmm.
You're off Friday. You're off Saturday. You're off
Mm-hmm.
Sunday.
Yeah.
That's a long
And now I
week.
have Monday off. Yeah.
You have Monday off too, you lucky bitch.
I work Tuesday through Saturday this week.
Wait,
It was funny. They asked us if anybody wanted to come in on Friday, and I was like, I think I'm good.
you're not going in on Friday, thankfully.
Not if you don't make me. I was
You're
like, are
not
you
going.
kidding?
No.
I
Oh
never
my
get the option.
goodness. No. That's such a bad idea. Like what? Like it's literally the day after Thanksgiving. It's like you want me to come in after like I sat with my family and had like for some people like just like normalcy like just something and like you want me to come back to your prison, okay? Like the day after? No, no,
It is a prison.
it literally is with
I
a
watch the
capital
students
P.
graduate, and I'm like, oh my God, you get to leave.
Round three, here I come, baby.
It's kind of funny to like, be like, you're free. Go, live.
Be
It's
free, my
like,
child.
Hmm. Well, I bought a Happy Light.
I
You know what this is? Did I already tell you about
I
this?
don't know. Every week you be getting something new. Last week was like a drop. This week is a happy light. Next week will be a cactus moo moo.
The
I
drop has gone over very well.
don't. Do you still squish the crap out of that thing?
I think today was the only day that I didn't squish it.
Were you not nervous or afraid or
I was
paranoid?
very nervous and afraid all day long. I just didn't really know where it was. I think I left it at home by mistake.
Oh no, that's like the worst thing ever.
It was at home. Yeah, but I did a lot of stuff in general today with my hand. But
Oh, I did a lot of stuff here today too. I actually like cleaned my car.
ooh, that's nice to get done.
Yeah, I had the microfiber cloths, and
Ooh,
mm-hmm, very nice, very
nice.
nice.
Absolutely. Giving that car some attention. That's
Mm-hmm.
good.
Well, listen, if the men be not staring, let me tell you, we got some problems. I'm just saying. Saying.
No, that sounds good. You
Well,
liking your car?
mm-hmm.
Hmm. What do you like the most about it?
I have a 10-inch tablet screen in my car currently.
Ooh, that's interesting.
And it has CarPlay. Yeah, that's... Okay, It is really weird when you have a massive screen in your car. Like, I don't know how people do it in Teslas because it's very distracting.
Oh
But,
no, we don't need you distracted.
but seriously, like, yeah, I don't know if in your car too, like, they put massive screens in cars these days. Like,
My mom's is really big, but mine's not so big.
yours is like a little teeny, itsy bitsy tiny yellow dot polka dot bikini.
It seems more, it doesn't seem like a tablet or so much like a screen as much as it kind of seems as, just a like control panel in the middle, I guess, is what it feels like to me.
I
But
mean, you got heated seats, so I'm just saying. Like, girl, you got heated seats.
dude, I am extremely grateful and I like that the roof opens. Yeah, it's like when I think of like, you know, moving back here to like improve my life and how everything hasn't really gone well. The one thing that is pretty good is that car.
What about a car, like the cargo in the back? Like, you got plenty of space and stuff to put things in there, no?
I do. It's pretty bomb. I want to make a bunch of like Christmas candles. Um,
By the
but I'm
way,
worried
like,
that
I've
I'm
been
gonna be like a
asking
little
you,
too late.
do you still have your website up?
Yeah, the website's still up, dude.
Okay.
And so I want to like put up like peppermint and pine and then like probably like Christmas cookie and then all the other ones. But they're
Mm-hmm.
they're for sale.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll ship them.
So, like, literally, I don't know, like, if we've talked about this before, but, like, you seriously make homemade candles. And, what is a website if anybody wants to buy candles?
I know we should put it at the beginning of an episode.
We definitely should.
velvetearthshop.com. Yeah,
And that's
velvetearthshop.com.
VELVET Earth SHOP.
Yeah.
Is it velvetearthshop.com?
EARTH
Shop.
shop SHOP.com.
Yay! Pick up your candles this holiday season. So let me tell you, when you smoke a lot of marijuana indoors, you need them candles. Because you want the house to smell fresh, not stank. Aight? But anyway, this has been fun. I don't know. I'm gonna press the stop recording button whenever this happens. But this has been American Groove, baby.